Hi, Andy Carriger here, Enlist Field Specialist. Today, I would like to talk to you about Enlist One Plus Liberty tank mix option, which is one of the more popular tank mix partners with Enlist herbicides. As you're deciding what your herbicide needs are for this coming year, the first thing you need to decide is what your weed problem is. And so glyphosate or Liberty as a tank mix option, those are your two most popular options. And so glyphosate would be targeted more for a grass control situation, or maybe where you have a light infestation of broadleaves as well. Liberty should be targeted toward your water hemp, your palmer, your heavy pigweed, and glyphosate resistant weed problems. As we move forward, the benefit of multiple sites of action is demonstrated here in this slide. And you can see on the left, the straight Liberty plus Ever Pre-X. Liberty's not a silver bullet. It's missed probably 20% of these water hemp. When you include Enlist One on the right side, it does a much better job in cleaning up and finishing off with the systemic ability of the herbicide what Liberty has missed. And so it have a much better weed control combined with Ever Pre-X on this particular field. So how much better is Enlist One Plus Liberty versus straight Liberty alone? We just saw that Liberty is not a silver bullet, right? And so Liberty by itself is a pretty good herbicide on smaller weeds, but as you can tell by this chart, when you start getting in some larger weeds, size-wise, toward the upper end of the label range, the Enlist application really benefits you with the tank mix with Liberty, up to the point on palmer being 35 to 38% better than Liberty alone. And even on water hemp species, 10 to 12% is not uncommon to see that much better water hemp control just simply by adding a systemic herbicide of Enlist with a contact material like Liberty. So what do we do on sequential passes? The first option is probably this year, especially in the light of supply situations on herbicide, you need to give it your best shot the first time. And so the best way to control weeds, especially on water hemp species and other pigweed species, is to give it your best shot, and that would be Enlist One Plus Liberty. And you can see by this chart, it's substantially better than Liberty by itself, up to 10+% better than Liberty. And on particular water hemp species where Durango, if their light infestations may be good, it's still a better tank mix option than Enlist One Plus Durango or Liberty and Durango. So the takeaway is Enlist One Plus Liberty provides the best control on your first or second pass where it comes to water hemp and pigweed species. What have we learned from the spread of palmer? Spraying single modes of action of tall weeds is unsustainable. If you are going out with one mode of action, a straight glufosinate or a Liberty application on this, you're actually just spinning your wheels, because multiple modes of action and overlapping residuals are going to be required to control, especially palmer amaranth. It is a difficult to control cousin of water hemp, and so any single mode of action, is really risking the success and sustainability of your weed management on your farm. So if you would like to find more resources, go to enlist.com. We have a link at the top of the site for additional webinar trainings and recordings, tank mix partner list. You can order a product use guide, application guide, and any additional litter pieces that you may need.